This is the current microphone that I was using in this channel. It is a good microphone, but it has a few drawbacks. But recently, Fifine sent me a new model, which we're gonna be checking out today. Let's start with the unboxing of the microphone that I had up to this point, the Fifine K-669. This one I bought with my own money, it wasn't sent by Fifine, but since they are sending a new model, I'm gonna review both of them. The manual is entirely in Portuguese because I'm from Brazil, but a microphone is a microphone, there's not many secrets about it. In the box you get a microphone and a tripod. The microphone is permanently attached to the support and cable. There is no way you can remove them. The connection for the tripod is made of metal and it's very resistant. And the K-669 has a volume knob in the middle. This knob can't turn off the microphone. You can turn the volume to 0 and there will be no audio from it, but you can't stop the signal completely. And it has a good build quality with everything made of metal. The tripod can be either open or closed. And it's quite sturdy and won't wobble at all. The connection is via USB, and that's much better than P2 because it's less susceptible to interference. And for the new model the Fifine sent me, this is the Fifine T-732. It's quite a big box. Inside you have a dual layered pop filter. This filter reduces the noise that your mouth makes when pronouncing some words. I'll show that later. The filter arm is flexible and the connection has rubber protections to avoid scratching the microphone arm. Here's a look at the manual for the T-732. You'll also receive extra accessories in this small bag. Here's the microphone arm. It's quite flexible and entirely made of metal. You get a pretty long USB Type-A to B cable. This cable is used to connect to the microphone, so it's a good point that it's quite long. You get a tripod which is identical to the K-669. Here's a windscreen cap with the support for the tripod. So you have the option to use the microphone with the tripod or on the arm. Here's the C-clamp for the arm. The C-clamp has rubber protection only on one side, not the other. So keep that in mind before installing. And finally, you get a shock mount. This reduces the vibrations on the cable or the arm, resulting in a much clearer audio. And here's the final microphone piece. It is nearly identical to the K-669, but it doesn't have the volume knob in the middle. But on this one, you can detach the cable. Here's how it looks in the shock mount. And in the extra bag, you get replacement pieces of rubbers for the pop filter, black elastic bands for the shock mount in case you didn't like the red color, and another replacement piece for the pop filter. Here you can see how flexible the microphone arm is. You can move it past the 90-degree angle, and you can pretty much close it all the way too. You can place the pop filter in any position you want, and the microphone can be adjusted in 2 points. Also, the shock mount works very well. There is one problem though with the C-clamp. There is no rubber protection in this piece, and when you screw it all the way, it ended up scratching the base of the metal. And it said in the manual that you shouldn't rotate the arm when the C-clamp is tightened, but in real case usage, people will forget about it and move the arm anyway. Also, you can bump in the arm and small movements can also damage it. In my case, it just scratched the paint, but in the long run, I believe that it will damage the metal. So I got around this by adding a bunch of double-sided tape to make sure that it wouldn't end up scratching the metal when tightened all the way. It doesn't look pretty, but it's not visible from the outside. If you want to remove the microphone from the arm, just press the clips on the shock mount. Then you can detach the bottom of the microphone, put it on a tripod, and attach it back in, and you can use it on a table setup similar to the K-669. Here's how the microphone is installed in my work task. When I need to use it, I can pull the arm and the microphone is ready to go. When I finish the recording, I can put the microphone back and it's out of the way. And here's the microphone I was using before, the Fifine K-669. The biggest issue that I have with this microphone is since it doesn't have an arm, all of the movements that I make, if I tap the cord, if I touch here, it gets picked up with this microphone. If you plan to get this microphone for a gaming session or something where the microphone will be stable on a desk, then you have no problems. But for recording voiceover, it's not a good option. Also, popsicle, pop filter, pop, 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 pop. Pop noises also gets pretty loud. And you really have to do an extra work of editing all of that noise out. And this is the biggest advantage of the Fifine K-732. With the arm, I don't have to hold the microphone anymore, and the shock mount will absorb any of the impacts on the arm or on the cord. And with the pop filter, popcorn, popsicle, pop, pop filter. It also filters out that kind of noise. It picks up less ambient noises too, which you can hear now. And yeah, I need to do now a voice test. This is how my voice sounds on the Fifine K-732. I'm about 10 centimeters away from the microphone, and pop, popcorn, popsicle, pop filter. This is how pop noises looks like. And this is the voice test. This is how my voice sounds at the Fifine K-669. Voice test. This is how my voice sounds at the Fifine K-669. The distance is about the same as the previous microphone, and pop noises like pop, popcorn, pop filter,
popsicle, it sounds like this.
So speaking about audio quality, I find that both microphones are quite similar. The main difference of the T-732 is on its accessories that filters out most of the ambient noises and vibrations on the microphone. In theory, you can buy the K-669 and later equip it with all the accessories of the T-732 and you'll have the same audio quality. But the fact that the T-732 has a detachable cable makes it more appropriate to use it on the arm. When you're not using the microphone, you just need to unplug the cables and your workspace is clean. And that's it for this review. I'll leave the links in the description to both versions. If you like my content, help me out by subscribing to the channel, leaving a like or a comment. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.